I got the crew working again. So far, so good. I was going to test out the other mountain bike I got when I got the Diamondback Sorrento, but it was more rusty than I realized. So instead, I switched the bottom bracket over. As well as the cranks and the chain ring. I had to take a few links out of the chain, but it wasn't hard since it has a master link on it already. Actually two, because I made it too small last time when I switched it over to the Univega. This chain ring has two more teeth, I think. I think that one's 46, this one's 48. But I'm pretty sure the reasoning it was too long is because I thought this bike had a longer back in where the chain stays are, but I guess that one is longer. Something to do with the geometry. I was just surprised that it wasn't more snug, since this chain ring has two more than that one. But weird bike swapping parts happenings. Wasn't able to get pedals with the straps on. I'm hoping the GT pedals that are on the Diamondback 26-inch BMX are big enough. The other ones are too small. But I gave up trying because it might be a more involved process. They seem pretty rusted in, and hitting the wrench with the hammer to see if the leverage would help didn't do anything. So I just gave up because I got tired of being punched over. So I'm gonna keep trying with WD-40 and some rust remover I have, and maybe the combination will help. I just have to find the rust remover. Would have been more helpful. I could use it yesterday, but so far it's riding. I'm just a little skeptical until I get used to it going downhill or uphill, just because I don't know. First ride, I was gonna go ride yesterday after taking a little break, but then I was a little out of it, and right when I was leaving, I saw a notification for a wrestling YouTube live reaction that I ended up watching. I had forgotten about it. Ended up being better that I rested because my body was kind of out of it, mostly from skating this week when I didn't have a bike, but the cold weather too, a little mixture of the two. Mostly the cold weather, but I did go on a couple long distance skate missions. Once the Univega was out of commission. Not too far, but more noticeable on a skateboard during the winter, you know. Even though it has longboard wheels and good bearings, since it's a Santa Cruz complete Ninja Turtles cruiser board from a few years ago, still, with all the hills near my house, it's not as great as biking, but a notch up from walking, so I don't mind having 3 different skateboards at the moment, especially since all of them have longboard wheels, so it's a little bit better. I want to get some bigger wheels for my longboard and better bearings. I need to replace one of my Ninja Turtle wheels because I was not sure when it happened because I hadn't been riding it, but sometime in 2018 or 2019 I ended up breaking part of one of the rear wheels, I think it is. It's broken, so I don't usually ride it because of that. I don't want it to break more, but it's okay. My penny board, I need to put the wheel back on. My longboard is actually the one that has no problems. It's just a little cheaper, but if I replace the bearings, it'll at least give it a little bit more oomph, and maybe the wheels too. My mom got it for me a couple years ago when I was in between bikes, so I could have a way to get around town. It's all right. I'm hoping this setup works for a bit. Everything seems fine, but we'll see. First time I've swapped and installed a bottom bracket and bearing that wasn't one-piece crank set. I need to get another crank arm tool. Excuse me. After I sent my sister the link for the one she got me, I saw another one that was the same size and another size in a bundle, but since I also asked her for some tubes, I just kept it at that, just because even though she was fine with spinning a little bit more, I haven't used the tubes yet. I was going to yesterday, but ended up getting this to work. I wasn't sure if the 27-inch would work because how many complications I've had with it, but it was a little bit easier to get in the fork since it's made for a 700C wheel. It wasn't as annoying as on the Univega, which is made for a 26-inch, but the wheel I use for the Univega works with this fork, so I was gonna put it on, but didn't have to. don't think that lady was best pleased. Just trying to take it easy since I don't know what to expect. Since I don't have brakes or foot straps, I don't know what to expect with this crank and chainring setup since it was pretty messed up. Actually, the chainring and the cranks were the least messed up. Everything else that could get rusted on the bike did, which is kind of interesting since the Diamondback was given to me by the same lady and it was in better condition, so they must not have been in the same place, or the Diamondback was more secure from the elements in comparison. But there's nothing wrong with it. Well, there wasn't. Now I have to put the cassette back together. Not a hard task, but I gotta put the cassette and the axle back together. I just haven't done it because the bearings keep falling out of the cassette, and I've been too lazy to put them back in. It would be nice to have it working again, though. I was gonna what I was gonna do was use that back wheel from the other bike for the Diamondback, and then switch over the tubes, tires, and rim strips. But I had to replace or clean off the cassette on that one because it's super rusty. So is the chain. But if I swapped it over, it probably would have, in its current state, would have messed with the chain, I'm guessing, since the Diamondback's chain is alright. But then the rust on the cassette, I don't know if that's a factor of problematicness. If I keep sneezing, my bad. My allergies. I had my window open earlier because my room smelled funky. So I aired my bedroom out for a little bit, but in doing so, with the cold air coming through, some dust and dander and all the other stuff that make my allergies go haywire, pollen came in the window, so that wasn't very helpful in that aspect. Need to find front brake for this bike or my pure fix, because not having toe straps and riding brakeless is never fun, especially when you don't know how your drivetrain's gonna react when it's the first time riding it. Being a little bit more cautious than normal. Didn't want to go this way home, but then I realized I would have to, or go all the way around to the next overpass and then go that way. The overpass I'm about to go across, I probably have to walk across because that's what I did when I went to Safeway, because there's a bunch of glass But luckily, this frame doesn't weigh that much, and neither do the wheels. So carrying it on my shoulder isn't problematic. This isn't the overpass, the next one, after I go up all the hills. This one could though, I didn't go this way. There could be some glass here too. Ugh. It's supposed to take 15 minutes to get to my 13 to 15 minutes to go one way to or from that safe way, and it's almost 16 minutes and I'm not even home yet. Going the opposite way. That ETA is going the way I went to Safeway, but I've been going so slow with all the walking. I understand. It's just odd. I got a bunch of random stuff on my right shoe all of a sudden, and it's uncomfortable. Apparently my GoPro wants to work, probably because I haven't used it since Thursday or Friday. Same clip and it's still going. And it's on 17 minutes. How exciting. Alright. I need to clean out my shoe real quick. That's fine. That's better. Might as well just wait till I get home. Since it's not that far. All this walking is exciting.